In Franklin Lakes, where I lived before here, there was another image for this that popped up for me. There was a small playground area behind the church building that had been used as a playground by the preschool that was there for many years. But when the preschool closed, the playground went unused. The color of the toys that were out there faded in the sun. Grass started growing up in the sandbox. Some people kept hoping that another preschool would come along wanting to use that space, but year after year, it remained empty. Eventually, a Boy Scout approached us about repurposing the area into a prayer garden. It was a way of letting go, of trimming away one idea of what should be, and letting something new grow. So the next spring, he removed the old equipment, he cleaned up the space, he mulched, he built a labyrinth, and then he planted plants, he put in a bird bath, he put benches around so people could sit there and enjoy the nature and have it be a space of prayer. Around that time, we had been talking to a master gardener who had a lot of ideas about how we could use all of the space on the church property to grow food. And she suggested that we get almond trees as part of this endeavor. After a few years, she said, they would produce nuts, which we could give to the local food organization along with the vegetables and things that were already growing. So I ordered 2 almond trees. When they arrived, they came in this long box. One of the trees in the box was small but healthy. And when I pulled out the second tree, it had a nice little trunk, but it had 2 branches, and the bigger of the 2 had snapped, and it was falling to the side, kind of like a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I called the company. They were too busy to accept returns. Instead, they just sent over a 3rd tree and told me I could get rid of the one that was broken. So this space, the 2 outside corners of it, there was a nice spot there for the 2 non-broken trees. There was also a spot closer to the building. It was more shaded, a spot where we weren't sure if a tree would grow. But I had this broken tree, didn't think it was going to grow anyway. So rather than throw it out, we asked the Boy Scout if he would plant this little broken tree in that back shaded corner. By the next year, it was definitely smaller than the others, but it was growing just fine. That spring, all 3 of the trees started to get these tiny green buds on them. And then the week of Easter, I walked out and I was surprised to see that one of the trees had pink blossoms emerging. Can you guess which one it was? It was that little small one in the shady corner. It was a rooted tree, even if its branches were broken in places. And so I wrote to the congregation about what that tree meant to me. I said, praise God for the broken tree with its unlikely blooms. May we not give up on the broken trees in our lives. May we not be afraid to cut away what needs pruning. May we wait for new life with hope.